Hello, everyone. I am Laura, and I want to welcome you to our webinar about transforming your digital business with no-code software. I'm the CEO and consultant at Proprium Agency, and I'm thrilled to have you all here today and to go over the topics that we prepared to help you with your business processes and software. So we have an exciting session planned that will provide some actionable insights on how you can streamline your business procedures using powerful no-code tools. So that's the goal, and we can get started on our topic of the day. So before we start with anything else, we want to kind of clarify what no-code software is and go over a little bit more about no-code software uses and examples. So no-code software is a type of platform that allows users to create applications and workflows and adjust their interface without using or writing any code. These platforms are built with user-friendly visual interfaces that employ drag and drop functionality and enable users to construct complex processes and applications intuitively. This approach kind of democratizes software development, making it accessible to a wider audience who might not have traditional programming skills. What does that basically mean in terms of a small business? This enables you to run your business faster and basically remove the need for using spreadsheets or pen and paper and not having to spend a lot of money to have an application or software developed just for you, basically. So you can start using that at the level that you are when you start with your business. And when your team is growing, it starts to adapt to you and to your team. And after you scale, it can also keep pace with your needs for any enterprise level adoptions later on. This rise of no-code software represents a significant shift in how businesses approach technology. And traditionally, developing any software and applications required a lot of technical expertise and resources, basically including a lot of experienced developers, extended teams that need to help you prepare everything and adjust to your liking. But no-code platforms basically eliminate these barriers, and they give you a place to start kind of leading your own processes on your own and then adjusting it to your own business. We'll see an example really soon, but that's the goal of the no-code software. And then one of the core strengths of it is it drastically reduces time to adjust because everybody can use it the way you use your computer, your phone. It's very adaptable and easy, and the learning curve is not that high, basically there. So that also brings us to enhancing innovation within organizations. Basically, if you digitalize pretty soon after you start your business, or if you use digital transformation after you start to evolve after a few years of your business, and you do that at the point where you know your repeatable processes, you know your workflows, you're then able to utilize that software in the best way. The example being this webinar, for example, the way the landing page was set up, that had a form which you filled out, which then gave you an email with the confirmation, which then led you to, with one click of a button, getting this event into your calendar, which also had inside of it a Zoom link. And then you probably saw a few reminders being sent out to your email address about the webinar that were sent earlier before the webinar. And then after the webinar, you will receive an email with a form related to feedback. All of that was made by software. The whole process was made by no-code software and used, and we didn't have to manually click each email and decide when it gets sent out. So that's one of the examples of how we can use that in our businesses, basically. So how do you know when you need no-code software, and why would that be important for your business? Basically, at the moment, when you realize that you're using pen and paper and spreadsheets and you can't handle the workload, you don't know who is doing what, you don't know which clients need which information from you, you're getting a little bit lost. It's good that you have a big volume of information necessary in front of you, which means your business is growing. But at the end of the day, you started the business to be able to relax and to be able to have more free time. So this is where that software comes in, basically, in order to help you with that. How do we then, after we realize we need that software, how do we translate our business processes into software? Well, that's our next topic of discussion. So in order to translate business processes into software, we need to start by mapping out our current workflows. One of the easiest tasks on how to do that, and the least time consuming, is you start writing down everything you're doing for the next 2 weeks. And then you will see all of the tasks that are happening. And after that, you can group them and make sure to decide which of the tasks you can delegate and which of the tasks you need to do, or even see which of the tasks you can completely remove from your own workload. When I first did that, I realized that I am doing work of 4 people, and that's where I started kind of creating my own job descriptions and looking for more people in the team. So that type of mapping out of your current workflows, that type of a system is very simple but very effective. So that's one way to start doing so. Another is to write or draw a diagram or a map on a piece of paper, or using any mind mapping software such as Miro, for example, where you can go from the first step in your process to the last step in your process and seeing how are things kind of happening from A to Z in order to be able to pinpoint which of those parts could actually be automated. And we can come back to the example of that email that I mentioned for the webinar, for example. Instead of having somebody check the clock and decide this is 24 hours before the webinar, we need to send the email. Having that software that does that for you and respects all time zones of everybody who is going to be attending is something that saves you a lot of time. As you map out your workflows and you focus on those repetitive tasks, then you can also see, other than just what can be delegated and automated, what can be even grouped. So after you have that information, then you can start thinking about what kind of software I might need in order to kind of get to the point where everything that was on that piece of paper is now translated digitally. So that's our first kind of feeling to see what type of software do we need. Because it's not just the step of mapping out the workflows to reduce the manual effort and to keep things simple, it's also to realize what type of software we need. So here's an example. Our clients usually come to us and they usually choose a software before they choose which processes they want to translate. So in order to be able to succeed with that software, you need to know what the software needs to do for you. A lot of software on the market can solve a lot of problems, and it's not always about just choosing the software. It's more about choosing what you want to automate and what you want to remove from the manual processes. We at Proprium detect 3 different buckets of that categories. So one would be project management, one would be business management, and one would be sales management. We find that those 3 categories are crucial for when you are a small business, you're just starting out, you're scaling a team, and those are the 3 places that you kind of need to spend the most time on. So those 3 different categories could be solved with the same thing, but also not in a way that would help you scale in the future. So it's really important to realize what are you trying to solve for before you choose a software. In most cases, the software that somebody found while Googling or looking at the list of the most ranked software for this year related to project management or any other category might not be the best scenario for them to kind of solve that issue. So that's really important, basically there. So in order to translate the business processes into software, we need to map out our current workflows identify repetitive tasks, which will then reduce manual effort and keep everything simple. That's the goal. I also mentioned those 3 categories, and I'll switch to the key tools that represent those categories next. When mentioning project management, I always use ClickUp as a main example. When mentioning sales management, we use HubSpot as the best example. And when mentioning business management, SmartSuite is the tool that comes into play to help you scale the most and adapt to your processes. Let's explore those 3. So each of these tools excels in different areas. They can all be used together, but if you choose each of those areas, it will be solved with one of them or all of them together. So understanding their strengths and how they can be applied will help you choose the right tools for your specific requirements. First one is ClickUp. We've been using ClickUp for 5 years, and we've been helping clients for the past 5 years to implement ClickUp in the best way possible. And ClickUp is there to help you organize tasks, track progress, and collaborate with your team. It really is an all-in-one platform that allows you to manage projects from start to finish. So whether you're planning a marketing campaign or you're managing a complex project, ClickUp can give you those features that you need to stay organized and efficient. What we love about ClickUp is the reporting ability. So we know what's happening in each of our departments. We are aware of what's happening with each of client projects. We are able to time track, we are able to communicate, and we are also able to look at documents and find SOPs that are necessary. But ClickUp also has powerful internal automations that help us save time. So when, for example, a task goes over a due date, which we try not to do, but it happens. So when a task goes over a due date, ClickUp sends us an automatic notification with a really kind message that we put into the system, reminding us gently about the due date that was missed. So that's one example of that automation that really helps us, and we don't have to check the due dates that often there. And the second thing that we love about ClickUp is flexibility. So you can customize your workflow the way you want it, with different views such as lists, boards, calendars, Gantt charts. And basically this flexibility gives you the possibility to tailor it to the way your team works best. In our instances, some people prefer the list view, some people prefer the Kanban view. Basically, we all get the same information, but we get it in a way that's accessible and in a way that we kind of prefer it, basically there. So ClickUp is the best for project management by our opinion and our experience. The next one is HubSpot. HubSpot is fantastic for automating marketing, sales, and customer service into one suite of tools. We prefer HubSpot because its CRM is very powerful, it's intuitive, it is there to help you automate your marketing, sales, and every other processes that you need within those. The automated email campaigns, the workflows to nurture leads and track the performance of your marketing efforts in real time are essential to get that data. This gives your marketing and sales a lot of information to have ability to create database decisions, and you are able to find bottlenecks really fast in those instances. So you don't stay on a step where you ask yourself, why are we not selling more? You're able to see what's happening, and you're able to see what the performance of your team is basically within the sales scope there. And then we have SmartSuite as the third tool that we want to present. So SmartSuite offers you customizable workflows, and it integrates seamlessly with other applications. We love SmartSuite in a way that complements ClickUp and we love that SmartSuite can help us with all the data management. So ClickUp for us is a project management tool, and SmartSuite is a database business management tool. But SmartSuite can also give you the project management if you prefer to have everything in one place next to your data. It can also give you a basic CRM that can replace the need for a bigger tool. So each of these have their best, each of these show their best in different instances and stages of your business. So if you decide to use SmartSuite, you're able to then use SmartSuite in a way that will help you with your business processes. You're able to manage customer relationships, you're able to automate internal workflows, and SmartSuite provides you the tools that you need to streamline operations and improve efficiency. The relational database feature is the relational database feature is giving you a lot of possibilities with your own data, and you're able to then enter data in one place and have it show in other places. We've seen this with clients. When they start using SmartSuite, they're able to remove a lot of manual work, because usually prior to that, they would use spreadsheets, and spreadsheets kind of don't offer you that level of connection with data. You're unable to use the spreadsheets in a way that you can use SmartSuite. So there are a lot of features that SmartSuite enables you with and gives you many possibilities after you start using it properly. So basically, the true power of these tools would be in their ability also to work together. For example, you can use ClickUp for project management, SmartSuite for workflow automation, and HubSpot for marketing and sales. We also believe that if you integrate those tools, you create a cohesive system that streamlines operations across your entire business. And this integrated approach ensures that data flows seamlessly through departments, improving overall efficiency and effectiveness. So to sum up, SmartSuite and HubSpot each offer unique features and can transform different aspects of your business. Not only you can automate routine tasks, you can improve collaboration, enhance your customer relationships, and you're able to do all of that with a few clicks if everything is set up properly. This is where a consultant comes in, basically, and the role of the consultant would be to translate your business processes into the capabilities of the software. It's very crucial to have somebody to help you in that process, or to prepare for that process in a way that would eliminate any bottlenecks. Each of these softwares or any other softwares on the market basically require from you preparation for that implementation. We're going to talk a little bit about those benefits of the software implementation in a moment. So basically, when you implement no-code software, and when you start using it, the first and the biggest benefit is the increased efficiency. Think about how many times you've spent during today or this week in order to find a piece of information, message a colleague, send an email, wait for that email to be replied to, and then on top of all of that, maybe you forgot that you need to follow up with that email that was sent 2 weeks ago. So with all of these softwares, you get increased efficiency because you don't have to think about those things anymore. That gives you free time, which is something that you need in order to be creative and innovate and push your business forward. And then with all of that, you get reduced costs because you're not wasting billable work hours on things that are being repeatable, manual, and they take away a lot of time from your team. You are able to reduce your costs immediately with those. This all leads to new ideas, and this all leads to new success with your business. What we want to sum up with the whole webinar, start small. That means choose one process that you want to automate or transform digitally into any of these softwares, because that way you're destined to success. You're not trying to digitally transform the whole company within 1 month, which would not be effective. The second thing is focus on impactful areas. it's not the best option to go with all the departments at the same time, because that would bring your business to a halt. So we recommend to decide which areas need to be translated, which area needs to be digitally transformed in order to create an implementation plan that will not stop your business from performing while everything is being prepared, implemented, and everybody's onboarded and ready to use the software of your choosing. Then gradually expand your use. So if you started with the project management software, it's adopted, people are using it, it's set up. The next step would be think about the CRM system. And then after the CRM system, think about the next thing that you want to prepare, maybe a knowledge library or a portal for clients. It really depends on your needs. And then for the last thing, reach out if you need help. We would love to work with you. And we would love to show you everything that we did in the past, tell you a little bit more about things that can help you and be there for you to choose the software, to implement the software, and then to help you maintain everything after everything is done and ready to use. Thank you for your attention today, and I hope you learned some new things from us, and I hope that we will be we'll be seeing you on our next webinars. Thank you.